Hello, hello. Yeah, it's an early stream. I didn't realize how early I was going to be watching the children today. So, but I wanted, well, I had planned to stream, but it turns out I'm watching them like 1 or 2 hours earlier than I expected. So that would have been it. Basically, is my normal start time is when I have to leave. So I wanted to at least play a couple hours today. I went to work on a cargo ship. Before I forget, that isn't Speedy Boy, because Speedy Boy is not really designed to be transport. He's just supposed to be transporting myself. So I want to design a larger ship to move like bulk resources around, like LDS and processing units and stuff. Just move them where they're needed. Mostly to Aquila. I mostly move them to Aquila. And then also have like drills, quality modules, stuff like that. Supplemental stuff to make spaceships. So we would build it over Novice, add space platform. I'm thinking this one will be modeled after one of the Imperial ships in Elite Dangerous. I don't know if anyone's played that. I mean, surely people have. But I really like the Imperial ships. Now, ergonomics, aerodynamic-wise, this is not a great ship to use in Factorio because it adds wings that do not add a ton of volume. That just kind of make the ship, that will just make the ship slower. But I think it looks so cool. What was that? Oh. Also, ooh, research is, better than a normal. I guess we idled it. We're probably relying on buffers for a while. Yeah, I think that cleared the network enough. Oh, that was weird. That was a weird stutter. Okay, but yeah, research seems to be queued up just fine. I think it'll be okay. A lot of this is going to spoil. But I guess we can manage. I'm going to add that there. It's going to burn everything, which should be... It should make this clear faster, at least. I don't think I need to blacklist this. Gosh, I like how Novice, our main landing pad, is already surrounded. I need to probably start expanding it. It's going to be like this weird design that goes like this. It's going to be great. Okay, so we have available for naming. I feel like a good ways to start is with the diamond pattern, right? Like we just kind of start with the general shape that we want. What? How much is this? This is 11 on each side. And I guess I have to decide where I want the center to be. Because realistically, it could be anywhere. I feel like the center should probably be in the middle of the diamond, though. So if we go like that, I'm trying to give it a nice little even shape for once. Instead of just basing it off of how large things are. Let's see, that has 2 on each side. This has 1. Okay, so this is already not the right shape. You know, let's just do that. There we go. I feel like it had a weird size already. There we go. Let's do an 8 by 8 on each side. Okay, so that's not a lot of space. So I feel like if I'm doing this, this should be like the center triangle. Or the center diamond, and then this would go here. And then this would go forward a lot. Probably... What is that? The diamond is like roughly the same size. So it would go forward about this far, except a little bit more even. Wait, is that right? And then we need to go out a little bit and have like little wing things on the side. We're just getting the basic shape right now. I feel like that's not that large. Considering I want this to be a cargo ship. Now it is larger, I think. Well, is it? It might not be. No, this is about the same size as Speedy Boy. So I don't think that'll work. No, I don't think that'll work very well. I'm also not entirely sure if we should plan... I feel like we should plan for 3 foundries on this. Although I was thinking the other day, you could put quality modules in crushers and get quality iron out of it. which could be worth it, but we would have to void most of the iron, because the annoying thing is we couldn't do anything with rare. But we could occasionally get higher quality bullets, but that's actually a lot of work to do, isn't it? Direct feeding from the silo would work. But yeah, this feels too small for my goal. So let's make the diamond one more in each direction. So that would go here. Is this right? Yeah, okay. And now we fill in these gaps. Wait, what the heck? What size is that? Oh, that makes so much more sense. I was very confused why it wasn't the right shape. Okay, that makes so much more sense. Now it's a square again. And then this is the diamond that we're aiming for. Is there a better way to do it than just going down one tile at a time? I feel like there's not, right? Because Factorio isn't... It's almost like Factorio isn't designed around this shape for some reason. I don't know why it's not a diamond-shaped game, but, you know, we work with what we got. This feels like I messed up. Yeah, I think I messed up. Did I? No, let's just complete the pattern and see if that helps. We're gonna go up one. I think if we did like tessellate, that could maybe help. Oh wait, no, I think that's right. Yeah, no, that's good. Just looked off. So now we should just be able to copy this entire bottom section and rotate it. And then we'll have to wait for some shipments, but that should give me the shape that I want, roughly. And now we can add the little... I don't know what they would be called. I think I'm going to put the engines on these. Not sure how much of an engine we really need. We probably need at least 2. Now this is it's gonna be an annoying pipe that goes between them, but conceptually I think it'll work just fine. Also, it's not a perfect diamond, so I should probably make... I don't know, I feel like I should make this a little wider. This a little wider? Yeah, I think that's manageable. Is my screen on the switched right? Yeah, okay, cool. Okay, and then it has these things at the bottom, which those I don't think we can do anything with functionally. I don't know, we might be able to put like an engine on them too. I don't really know how many engines I'll really need. Probably want to aim for at least 4. Or, sorry, it's not called engines, are they? They're called thrusters. How much better are improved thrusters? Because we could probably reasonably get to, like, a couple rare thrusters. What do thrusters cost? Steel processing units and electric engines. That's actually fairly easy. Steel processing units and electric engines. Yeah, I feel like that will be easy to scale up. Well, this seems wrong. I don't know. Why did I use this as storage? Whatever. That should be fine. And then we go with thrusters. Okay, this will occasionally get us better thrusters. No, it won't, because we didn't select that. We really need quality materials. Okay, and then I think we do have tier 2 quality 3s on this planet. I'll have to check. They might have already been shipped off. We definitely had at some point, but I don't think we have them anymore. But if we plan for at least the next tier up, I think we'll be okay. Okay, and then I think we can scrap these immediately. That seems reasonable to me. Which means we can do the very basics of this. And then we filter this one out to only scrap tier 2 thrusters and tier 1. So less than or equal to tier 2 should be fine. And then we have a tier 2 assembler here. Then we have a tier 3 assembler here, and we have a tier 4 there. That should work. Okay, so this one assembles thrusters. Why does it not save the page? Is that a bug? I feel like that has to be a bug. I don't know, I just don't buy it to think that that's the intended, that's the intention, that you have to switch tabs every single time in remote view. Don't really know what the bug would be, but I just it doesn't track. It's a lot different than how it used to work. Because usually it saves which tab you have opened. And I think it does still save the tab here. But remote view it doesn't. So yeah, that's definitely a weird behavior. Okay, this should work. And then this can get us some better engines eventually. Okay. What's limiting our engine production, by the way? Lube is a very weird thing to be limited by for that. Okay. We're not producing any lube. Why am I getting weird stutters? I don't know. Let's see. Output full of petroleum? Okay, so we're not able to void petroleum fast enough, it looks like. What is up with that? Do I have like something open running in the background? I feel like it's chugging in weird ways, but I know I'm not even close to maxing out my processor. Could just be Windows being weird. I don't know why it would be Windows' fault, but I feel like it usually is. Okay, what I could do, since we're obviously not using petroleum, is we could literally just straight up void it pretty easily with heating towers. So that could go down here. We can put onto a belt. We can send it to a heating tower. That we can also connect to the power system, but I think the main thing is we just need to have it void in some way. Because we're just not consuming a ton of plastic. I'm not sure why. I feel like we should be consuming plastic, but I don't know. It could just be that we switched over a bunch of things to use better productivity, and that had the downside of making things use less resources, which is, you know, usually a good thing. Still technically is a good thing, but in this case, it just means we have a lot more resources we need to avoid. So yeah, we can just do this. I guess connecting it to power wouldn't necessarily help, would it? Okay, and then what I could do, I think part of it is that we have unregulated cracking. I imagine that's what's happening. So if we do this, we move this here, we give it a pump, and we read from this, that should be a lot easier. Pump, wrong kind of pump. There we go. Heavy oil. No, not cracking, just straight up heavy oil is greater than 20k. Okay, this only cracks if we have spare heavy oil. That should be fine. Okay, one thing I am concerned about with is how does this make it over here? What the heck is that? Hold on, where does this heavy oil come from? Okay. So these are all connected on the outside, so this needs to have a one-way here as well, I think. I'm not actually sure where this should go. This connection is odd. Okay, let's do another tank here. That should work. Okay, and then same logic except with light oil. I think that fixes it. So that way we stop voiding everything. We stop cracking everything unless we need it, because these buffers are running low. Yeah. Now we don't have a way out for this heavy oil. I guess it doesn't need a way out, does it? Yeah, no, that actually should fix it. Okay, I think we're good. Yeah, let's add a speed module. 1, 2, 1, 2, and then maybe a productivity as well, just because I feel like we're limited. But I think that's going to be fairly short-lived. Okay, so that should help a lot with lube. I don't know if we have enough stuff voiding it. Is there a better way to void it? There is a better way to void it, isn't there? This is novice. We can just do this. There we go. This is so much faster. I don't know what I was thinking. And then we'll give this speed modules. That way you can void faster. Okay, I don't know if we're gonna be limited those, but you know, it's nice to have up just in case. And there we go. That should be all right. There we go. That's gonna void way faster than a heat tower will void it. Yeah, that's the heating tower voiding is really only good for spoilage or things that burn incredibly quickly. Not so much for things that burn for like a whole second when you produce 10 of them per second. Okay, that should help regulate solid fuel a fair amount, or petroleum a fair amount. These are now disabled because we only want them to run if they're needed. Perfect. Okay, now we stop cracking every single thing we have, and life looks a lot nicer here. Also, the stack stuff on belts feels like such a meme. I think it's fantastic, but it's silly. It's very silly looking. Let's see, how's our Coverx doing? Oh, Coverx is actually doing really well. Cool, which I guess shouldn't be surprising that it's not particularly hard to set up. I want to make sure we have... Okay, now we're engine limited, which are limited by steel for some reason. That one I can't actually explain. Okay, so that's the purple science belt. So we want to prioritize the left. That makes sense. We added that purple one the other day. I didn't really check to see what the consequences of that were. In terms of, you know, starving our science, or not science, but engine production. But I think we'll be all right. Wait, is this right? What is this weird path it takes? Did it branch off and I didn't notice? It definitely branched off and I didn't notice, but I don't see where it branched off of. Okay, we'll follow this back. Oh, it was this thing. Okay. That should increase the max throughput pretty significantly. And that will make it to engines, and then everything is good again. And now we're going to be pipe limited. It's going to be great. a great trade. Actually, I think we can fix the pipes pretty easily, though, because I'm assuming they're mostly just inserter speed limited, or maybe belt speed limited, if they are at all. So we just want to upgrade it as far as it can go, which is pretty easy. Oh, it gets these from 2 separate spots. Never mind, it should be more than fine. Don't know why I thought I would be able to put modules in that. Like, that's not how it works. Okay. And then force place, or I guess super force place. One day I'll have a distinction for that. Although I don't think we need to increase the speed there, it just seemed straightforward and easy to do. I just don't know why Volcanus is requesting a single furnace. That doesn't really make much sense to me. But speaking of Volcanus, has any of this run yet? So this is missing high quality steel. This is missing regular refined concrete. Okay, that is totally fine. However, we should definitely do a split, so we get a 50-50. Because I did not mean to shut that down completely when I set that up initially. Okay, and then we're getting lots of purple bricks. We're getting lots of regular bricks. I wanted to test something today. I don't know what bricks scrap to, because I think bricks only have 1 recipe, which means they might scrap to stone. Don't know if that's exactly how that works, but I don't know. It seems somewhat viable. Now that plan is going all right. Okay, let's go back to available for naming too. Yeah, all of that was to make this run, so that way we can plan to have decent thrusters. I love this setup. This is great. Oh, never mind. I thought that would work. It doesn't. Okay, so we have two rare thrusters. That's actually not that bad. I think these are almost double. Right? No, 60%. I think they're 60% better. That's the fuel consumption. So it goes from 10 to 16. So yeah, it's 60% better. If we can get an epic, that would be even nicer. But I think we'll be able to get enough out of this. Looks like we're having enough engines now too. We should probably set this up to start farming rare epic again, because it looks like we can actually get good stuff out of these. But rare cargo bays are still also useful for our ship. Okay. Available for... I keep wanting it to be at the bottom of the list, even though I know it's not. But yeah, I think we definitely need a rare thruster. And then the engines, I feel like, are on the sides. That makes sense to me. So something like this. I don't know if we'll have two fuel processing plants, but I think we will want the engines on the side. Another option is down there if we want to get 6 engines. Now, the pipe routing is going to be awful for all of these, but it's worth it. We could do the mixed fluid thing again. That does technically work. And I can do it like this if I want them not misaligned, but I think I can survive. Although getting fuel here is going to be annoying. I guess we'll have to see how it looks when I actually have it all set up. So if I want the engines designed like this is 2 engines on each side. So that makes it this wide. So that does kind of scale up the ship a bit. This might actually be easier to set up if I do it like that. Nah, probably. It's probably about the same. Probably about the same. Okay. Size-wise, let's see if we can get cargo bays. We definitely want rare, if we can get them. And then it looks like the front is probably a great way to get cargo, because we can kind of just have the whole baby cargo, right? This is, I think, 2 or 3 times more cargo than I have on any of my ships. But the more I play stuff, the more I think we're gonna have to expand it a bit, because this doesn't even have enough space for a sushi belt. Although it might be fine, because I'm thinking we could have a sushi belt go like this. And then if we really wanted to, we can move that cargo bay to be more central. And then we have this sushi belt going around the edge. This is actually not too bad. And then we probably want crushers. I think at least rare would be reasonable. Actually, do I have rare crushers? I'm not entirely sure. We don't have 10 of them, but we do have some. So we could do a rare crusher. We can definitely have rare everything on this build, I think. Oh yeah, we can do rare asteroid collectors as well, which is probably good because we are a little bit large. How's Speedy Boy doing? I think Speedy Boy is fairly consistent. I think it's moving what I need. It is currently heading away from a kilo for some reason, which makes me think we didn't drop what we really needed. So I'm going to send him back. Yeah, well, I don't know. We have some of the stuff we need. We wanted a cryogenic plant, I believe, which needs concrete and processing units. It did not send down processing units. That's what we're missing. Do we have them? Yes. Okay, so we just didn't request them here. Processing units. Okay. So if we go back to Speedy Boy, it should return back soon. It's going to have to wait before it leaves. I'm realizing now, this stuff doesn't read if it's... I mean, this stuff still displays even if it's in transit, which I guess isn't that big of a deal. It's a little bit weird. There probably would be a way for me to disable them just always, but it's not. It really doesn't matter a ton. Okay, that should be good. Is this stuff still heating? Perfect. We just need to keep checking to make sure it doesn't drop. How do you craft this? Assembly machine, okay. That's not too bad. Well, except for the fact that we need power for it. We need power and heat, so I guess it can just go here without any issue. There we go. Okay, so the cryogenic plant can craft more cryogenic plants. It doesn't matter, does it? No, it doesn't. What was that? Oh, the bot immediately took it from me. Yeah, this should give us more solid fuel, and then we also need something for producing ammonium chloride, which would be above it. So we would need a gap, and then maybe something like, let's see, where would it be here? That's making cryogenic plants. Yeah, this doesn't have the productivity bonus, so there's no real reason to do that. The science needs lithium, ice, and fluoroketone. Fluoroketone uses hot fluoroketone, which uses solid fuel fluorine. Uses it a lot. Okay, and fluorine is non-existent. I'm assuming it's something we mine. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Okay. So yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that different. We mostly need the ship today. We need to make our goals a little bit lighter. Also, this is supposed to be rare, is it not? It is. I didn't see the icon though. That is weird. Oh, I didn't have alt mode on. That makes a lot more sense. Okay, does this have enough output speed? So we could do 1 input here and then up to 3 outputs. That's actually not that bad. And then every now and again we can do rockets in the middle, can't we? Rocket turret. Actually, let's just go to the military tab and see. So I think we could do this. Rocket turret here and here. Oh yeah, that's plenty fine. Okay. So yeah, we can fit rocket turrets. That doesn't completely block the engines. I'll probably have a couple backup down here, but they mostly need to be in the front. Then we can have like a wall of turrets, and then we need asteroid collectors. And we've decided these will also be rare, because that seems very viable. Now this ship, the one that we're basing off, does have a bit of a pointed end. So it would actually need to be more like, I don't know. I should probably make sure the size is right first. This doesn't look symmetrical for some reason. That's 10, that's 9. Okay, so it's not symmetrical. I don't know what's off. I think that one was too far to the left. And then we could probably do 1 asteroid collector in the front. That doesn't really cover any additional range though, so it isn't really worth it. Now gun turrets, I don't know what we have in terms of gun turrets down here. We might not have rare gun turrets, but also rare gun turrets aren't that useful. Hello Zilinion, welcome, welcome. Congrats on 10 days. Yeah, that was the one thing I was worried about with the random early stream is hopefully people can keep their streaks, but I had promised I was going to stream today, but then I had to babysit and so I can't stream at my normal time. So I wanted to get some Factorio in beforehand. Okay, we're supposed to be on novice and then gun turret because I do not know where they're placed. We can get uncommon very easily. Regular ones we can't really get, but uncommon is fine. Now, I guess it is kind of the issue of extra range on turrets is not that useful in space, but it's probably more useful for gun turrets, especially central gun turrets. So I think it's still worth it to use at least uncommon. Oop. That's send up a rocket, I think. Yeah, we definitely need something on the front. Then the ship that I'm basing it off of is more of like a rounded figure than like just a point. We definitely need to get some more features on it so it doesn't look phallic though. I don't love the thruster design. That's gonna be hard to. That's gonna be hard to work with, I think. It's definitely gonna be a little hard to work with. If we blueprint this and do tiles, we can flip it, right? We can't flip it, right? Okay, but I can remove the thrusters from it. Now I can flip it. Which maybe helps with something. I don't think it does, though. Then these can be more pointed. Okay. I do like the thrusters on the side. I think this needs to be more uneven though. Like I have it as a diamond, but it's not so much a diamond. It's more like it's more like it's just a curve. That's gonna be so hard to draw. It's gonna be so hard to draw. But if anyone's interested, the ship that we're basing it off of. Wait, hold up. I think I can just drag this onto the stream, can't I? There we go. Now it's easy to reference. So this is what we're basing it off of. It's a ship from Least Dangerous. I like the look of it. I like how it looks from the top with the little like thrusters on the side. Interesting. Why are power poles being damaged? Oh, there's big spitters over there. Yeah, that makes sense. They don't have to go very far to attack us. Sorry, behemoth spitters, not just big. The real ones we need to worry about. Yeah, that should be on the side. Perfect. Honestly, there is a lot. This is a lot more space than I thought. The main reason we had to like scale it up so big is just so we could have it look more diamondy. But now it feels excessively large. Now we could do 4 crushers on the side. I could give them the same treatment that Speedy Boy has. And I was thinking I thought of something yesterday, which I think will be very helpful. So if we go back to this guy, we can set this to be a variable, right? Is greater than... well, we need to set we need a constant combinator with a bunch of variables. But we can set like A, B, C, D. Because the buffer amount that I'm going to use, like everything here that says 8 is all the same. Everything here that says 45, those are all the same. So like that's 1 stack, 2 stacks, etc. So maybe I should do... Actually, I don't think I need... Because this has so much cargo, I think we can make all of those the same. So we could just do 1 stacks. So A can be our goal, so that can be set to 100. Then we can do less than A. I think that works once it gets combinators. I'm not entirely certain, but the idea is that we connect this to the loop, and then we can adjust multiple variables at once. Because the way it was set up, that was a lot more work. Okay, this only runs if ice is less than 5. This only runs if carbon is less than 5. No, let's do 1 stack. Okay, we'll just make all of these 1 stack, I think. 1 stack will be this. A little under 1 stack, I guess, is a more accurate way to put it. So this way we can just say less than A. Because these numbers change based on how much I want the buffer to be for that specific ship, and it's really annoying to change them all at once. So I'm kind of... just make them all the same. B can be 0. Does that work? Can you have a value of 0? Yes, it is. That's what... that's what I wanted this ship to be based off of. Although it's a lot larger. It's a very non-ergonomic design. And I need to round out this section a little bit, because it's not like a straight diamond. You lost plenty when you played Best Freighter. I really liked it. I like the Imperial ships in general. I think my favorite was probably the Eagle, but that one was fairly limited. I think it was called the Eagle. But I think that one was just a combat ship, and I like the trading. Just the station entry slot's way too small. I always just used the auto parking because I was lazy. But that didn't work too well, I guess, if you're smuggling. Okay, so we're gonna have... Wait, why don't I just have that as 0? If it's gonna be 0. Well, the goal is for it to amount to 0. I hope this works. I think it's going to be less than this value. So if I change this to like 2 and connect this in, that is greater than... Okay, does this not work? Maybe this doesn't work how I want it to. Is there another way to set variables? I guess I could make a parametric blueprint that could work. Friendship over, you're as an FA off player. Oh, flight assist. I stopped using it at some point, but a lot of times I like to just kind of mindlessly play that game while watching shows. Or like listening to a podcast. Okay, why doesn't this work? How do you set it to be greater than this value? Because like there has to be a way to assign variables outside of the combinator, right? But yeah, that's saying green. Even though we have nothing in the network. If we set this to like 55, that doesn't work. We'll just keep this on the side. We'll figure that out. We need bulk inserters going in. I think it might be worth it for me to not put these on the belts and just have more flexibility. Because the thing is, this isn't that... It's not that useful to do the recipe swapping, admittedly. So what we could do instead is have... Well, we would have to have like 9 recyclers, but I think we have the space for that. And we just have them as dedicated recipes. That would probably be fine. I mean, yeah, we definitely have the space, so it's kind of hard to justify doing it this way when this is a larger ship. Okay, I think there's only 9 recipes we would ever need with crushers. What the heck? Apparently my Christmas tree light is on it. My Christmas trees are on a timer. And I didn't know that. And it just like popped on, and I was very confused. Definitely a little confused. Okay, and then how do we do this? Like, this obviously passes back into the network. That part is straightforward. This would decrease, like, the recycle waste, I think. Then we can place one on the end. And that gives us all the 9 recipes we have. I think that's all there is. So we have pure processing. We have reprocessing. So how do I group these in a way that makes sense? Okay, and then reprocessing can be on the edge. There we go. Reprocessing on the edge, and then that means this is advanced processing. And then let's keep it pretty. Ah! Ah, there we go. Carbon. Okay, so this is definitely easier to set up than the combinators, because these now we just disable the inserters in general if we have too much in the system. Or we can disable the machines, but we have options. Now the one thing I'm worried about here is throughput, because this can output a lot of iron at once. I could have these ones input directly into the silo, the ones that I'll have running most often. Like, iron probably runs the most and produces the highest amount, like, immediately. Along with... Actually, yeah, iron in general, I think, runs the most and produces the highest throughput, so those could output directly into the silo if I shift them over a little bit. So if those go more like here, this limits the throughput a ton. And then we would want to keep only like 5 on this belt at once, so that will require a couple arithmetic combinators, and then one decider combinator. Where the heck are combinators? There we go. And then a constant combinator. This doesn't have an input. That seems important. There we go. The issue is that these all output onto the same side right now, so I could shift them down and use like a long inserter in the middle to side load. It would have enough speed, I think. Oh wait, never mind. That would also be on the same side. So yeah, we would need to add a gap somewhere. Maybe here. But a gap is definitely required to make this fit if we want to side load. But what's the total capacity of this? It might be fine because it is a blue belt. Wait, what does a stack inserter cost? Yeah, too much. Never mind. Never mind. Yeah, so this would be set to grab from this network, and this just goes here, and it makes it negative. Input, -1, output each. Okay. And then that makes them all negative, and then this is what we want to keep on the belt, which is all of the chunks. Okay, just a couple of each chunk, I think, is fine. Now, I don't know if stack inserters can grab multiple chunks at once. I'm not sure. I think if they only stacked one, they used to only be able to grab one. But I could have also imagined that. I didn't use stack inserters much, so that might not have been the behavior. I really don't know why this doesn't work. Okay, what if I test it with something else that we actually have in the network? Let's say this is greater than... Yeah, it thinks it's greater than this signal. Okay, so... Why isn't that working? Oh, wait. I think I know. I think they're not powered. Combinators don't work when they're not powered. I guess this can use that quality. I would prefer it to be a little better, but this will work. Okay. This, I think, solves the problem. We are testing non-functioning combinators. Cool. But yeah, this is if I want to use crushing automatic, or this is if I want to use set recipes. I'm thinking set recipes might be better in the end, or at least more flexible. Or sorry, they're not flexible, but they're more consistent, which I think could be worth it in a freighter like this. Can we shift everything down? I could shift everything down one if I needed more space. But I mean, this definitely, I think this works well. We'll wait until it gets power, see if it actually runs. And then we need smelting, we need ammo production, which are going to be blue. No, not blue. What kind do we have? We could do green. I think we could realistically get enough green. And then we'll filter this to assembler ones. There we go. And we'll only output if the logistic network has greater than probably 25. I don't need a ton of those. Okay, and then those going to go into a recycler and feed back into it, I think. Okay, so these feed into a recycler with quality in it. And then most of it just goes back into here. And then that can output always, but this one needs to be filtered to quality 1 as well. Okay, so this doesn't have a way to deal with... Wait, what? I don't think I've ever not had a box like that before. Or at least not covered it with like an inserter first. I forget it can just output onto the ground. Okay, so this would need the ability to craft level 2 and level 3. And then we should be good. So this one we limit to 2. I really hope they fix this. I find it incredibly frustrating. Well, okay, this is a bad example. Well, now it doesn't seem to be a problem. Huh. Okay, now, okay, yeah, if it's inconsistent, I'm either completely imagining everything or it is just a little bit broken. I could see either being true. We'll blacklist these. Oh, we chose the wrong recipe, but other than that, it's fine. But yeah, we've had a lot of issues where when we select stuff over map view, it doesn't save the tab that we're on, which is incredibly frustrating. Okay, I think this is fine. I just realized you can, this is a decent way to get quality blue assemblers. Maybe. No, maybe not a decent way. It's a way to get quality blue assemblers. Okay, these should be prioritized over these, so that's good. Okay, yeah, and those will start clearing the network. Honestly, we'll probably get the green really fast, but how close were we to blue? Not very, but I'm going to plan around blue, because the blue makes the footprint significantly lower, which is nice. Okay, so we need a smelting lane and a chemical processing lane. Let's see, where can we just kind of leave these? Okay, now does this work? Okay. Yeah, so the issue was just that we didn't have power. So if we wanted to do recipe swapping, it wouldn't be that hard. Okay. This needs to be set to set filters, though. Okay, but yeah, if we want to do recipe swapping, now we can control the variables with like A, B, and C, which just gives us a little bit more flexibility to change the numbers. I'm glad we weren't yeeting anything because we didn't set anything to... we didn't disable anything. Why doesn't this work? Oh, we're out of cargo bays. That's fine. It might be worth it to do a foundry. I'm not entirely sure. It's one of those things where quality foundries are pretty nice, and foundries do save a lot of iron, but they are also pretty big. I think we need to plan to have all of the processing here, which means we would need 3 foundry. We would need 4 foundries. We'll upgrade them once we get to Volcanus, but we need very minimum 1 for molten iron, 1 for molten copper. Did I select the recipe for one? Oh my god, I selected the right... I selected the right recipe, guys. That makes me so happy. After all this time, we finally selected the right thing once. I love it. Oh wait, we need 5 foundries. That's annoying. We could change this one on demand. If it's fast enough, we could definitely save a decent amount. We could save 2 foundries. That's not that many. But we could do it. Might be worth it. Because right now we're looking at 5 foundries, but we could probably double up the steel and iron one. Although I think in Boost, I think in our, I think Speedy Boy is limited by iron processing, so doubling up on that probably isn't the greatest call. Then we have molten copper, and we cast that into regular copper, and then we have steel. But yeah, because it's like constantly crafting iron, it does make me think we don't want to push that. That one doesn't need any pipes. That's just because this one's shared. I might be able to save this outer layer. Yeah, we can probably do that. Because we can do this. We can go down here. And we can have the input there. Which makes this farther down. So that's not, maybe not the best solution, but it is an option. Now, if we do it this way, I think we would want to move these farther down, because we need some ability to extract from this side of the pipe, or this side of the silo. But yeah, this is pretty easy, and then this one's pretty straightforward. There we go. Okay, we could do the foundries directly into the silo. I feel like these move a lot of items per second. Like, this does move 3.75 items per second, which is quite a lot. Like, that's a very fair amount. So maybe I don't want to push that one. Why is steel's plate productivity low? Oh, no, it's just we average 2 science per second, so it's going to take like 20 minutes. We definitely... Oh, I did not realize it was it got up in price that fast. That explains it. We could do purple, and then I think I want to do. Oh, that's expensive. That's pretty expensive. All the infinite researches are getting a little bit pricey. Cargo size, I guess that's kind of helpful. We might as well max it out. It doesn't take that much science. Braking force, I know this doesn't apply to spaceships, but that would be cool if it did. But yeah, so far I kind of like the design. I think it could be taller or a little bit wider in the front. I think once we add this like loop, that will make it thicker, and then that will make it look more of the right shape. But yeah, I think we're fine not doing any combinators here. I think that's totally fine. Because those are a little bit inconsistent. They get annoying, and sometimes you buffer stuff that you really shouldn't be needing to buffer. So now all we have to do is read from here, connect it to here, and then that connects to. I don't know if I want to regulate the inputs or all the outputs. This one reads from the belt, not the silo. This is wrong. This is supposed to read from the belt. Because this is just saying, hey, keep one of everything on the belt. Which is a different request. And then these are the ones that read from the silo directly. So we could regulate the output or we could regulate the input. I think regulating the output's probably better. Or the input's probably better. Okay, and then these all have different conditions. Like one of them, this one will keep copper at. Nope, not filtered. Well, yeah, no, we just don't want to filter at all. This one's set to iron and copper. And then this one is the same signal as this. Okay. Oops, that's not right, but almost was right. Okay, so this one we want copper is less than... I think I might do this thing again. Can I connect these without any issue? No, that might make like a weird feedback loop. So we'll do A and we'll do B. We'll give ourselves a couple variables that we can work with. And then B is for the stuff that we need in higher quantities, basically. Okay, and then this one is producing calcite. Calcite, I feel like we want a decent buffer of, so we'll do that as B. Yeah, hello FX, welcome, welcome. B can be 100, A can be 50 for now. Perfect. This one looks for sulfur, okay. I think sulfur should be A. I don't know why, I just feel like it should be A. Now this one's trickier. The reprocessing needs an actual decider combinator, doesn't it? Yeah, the reprocessing is different. Because the reprocessing, we also need to make sure we have surplus of the other ones. So if that's the case, we don't connect those. We instead give it another value. Let's do C. I wonder if we can do greater than any of these. No, that won't work. Minimum value and then maximum value should be fine. Okay. So we need one combinator each for each of these, and that would be a decider combinator. We really need some high quality decider combinators. Super, super critical. Okay, so this same general idea. And then since it's switching sides, we'll do this. Oops, that didn't work. Okay. I don't like that connection. There we go. That looks nicer. Not like that matters. Okay, so should I do a... Wait a minute. Hold up. Can I do a parametric blueprint for this? I can. It would not be worth the time. No, it definitely would not be the time. So chunks and this... Or... Chunks. You know what? Maybe it would be. It would be nice. And then D is the larger number, right? So metallic is low, ice is high. And then this is reading directly from the silo. So ice is greater than, wait, ice is less than D. And this is less than D. And this is greater than D. And this is greater than D, or sorry, C. So this is saying reprocess iron if we have spare iron and plenty of, wait, other way around. Other way around, but conceptually that works. Okay, and then we output 1, and we output reprocessing, which is this one. Okay, let's see if we can make this let's see if we're smart enough to make this a parametric blueprint. Okay, we take this, we make the parameters. This is going to be 0. This one is 1. Wait. And then this one is 2. That should work. And then how do I do this? I guess there's probably smarter ways, but I think this will work. Okay, let's see what happens if we paste this. So parameter 1, what needs to be greater than D? So that's saying we have surplus, and we're switching ice. Okay, and then this is saying it's less than C. Yeah, this isn't actually helpful. I mean, yeah, no, it's not any faster, but at least we used parametric blueprints. That counts for something. These actually just both need to be there, and then we output reprocessing. Okay, and now we need carbon, which is this one. Oops. Carbon, ice, chunk, carbon. Okay. I think that works. And then I could set filters actually with these. That's actually a decent way to limit it, I think. Okay, so this is saying if we have iron, if we have spare iron, like above 8 iron, and we have less than that many carbon chunks, we should be okay. Yeah, I think we're all right. See, do I have any more efficiency modules? I can use the rares pretty easily, at least, or whatever those are called. Uncommon, I never say the right name, like ever. These don't need to be connected to logic. They're just outputs. It's the inputs that we're limiting. I could actually do... I could do a set filter, could I? I guess that wouldn't be that helpful. Okay, and then this stuff gives me the basic resources. So this one gives me carbon less than... probably less than B for all of these. We don't really need water. We need a lot of iron, though. So the iron is also less than B. And then we'll do coal. Or, not coal. Ice is less than A, should be fine. Ice is less than A. Okay, this just gives me a lot more flexibility to change these values as I need, if anyone's wondering what that's all about. But yeah, this says if we have spare chunks in here, we recycle them. I think we need to keep more on the belt. At least that one's easy as well. We'll set all of these to 1, because we probably want the same amount on the belt for all of them. I really like these. They're fun. Chunk. These are very arbitrary values, but I think they work. I can't wait for me to realize that all of these are flipped and just wrong. Because it's not that unlikely, actually. Not enough to fill one rocket. Interesting. Oh wait, I see the issue. I see the issue. Okay, we'll just give it a little chest and then it should be fine. Okay, that works better. The recycling just, it's a little bit too uneven to do something like that. we run into this problem a lot. I'm getting better at working around it. I just always forget the buffer initially. There we go. Now it can strike an average value much easier. I don't know why we're out of efficiency modules, though. Should I be scrapping the efficiency module? I feel like I should be. And then, I mean, obviously we would want to tier it up a little bit. I don't know if that's that important. It probably is. But we can also just put more solar panels. I keep forgetting this is a fairly large ship relative to our other ones. We don't need to be as stingy with the modules. Thank you, thank you. Glad people are recognizing it. I used to play this game a lot. I haven't played it in a while. But I thought it was really cool. Once they started announcing like the paid seasons, I don't know if they still do that. I kind of lost interest because I've never been a fan of that kind of release. I've never been a fan of that way to release updates because I think it was basically like you got like a year's worth of content, and then it became free after that or something. I don't know. It's the same thing that Destiny does, but gameplay wise, it's so good. And this was my favorite ship in it. I don't know if I ever got it. Which one's the smaller one? Which one's the Clipper? The Clipper's the tiny one, right? Like, that's the one you start with until you can afford the cutter? Or is it the other way around? It does have good sound design. And then when I used to play that game, I listened to like an Elite Dangerous radio station. It was so fun. It felt really nerdy, but it was so fun. That to just like sit there and listen to that. The first time you jumped your carry your goosebumps. Yeah, I can see that. I wish I've never played it with headphones. I feel like it would be really, really good with headphones. But even without it, it was fantastic. Okay, so we need to make this a little bit more round. But other than that, I think this is okay. This needs to set filters based on what's in the network. And then we need a combinator. Arithmetic. Yeah, we need an arithmetic for this one. This is telling us how much we need in the silo, right? Yeah, which is a different number than this one. So that goes here. It adds to this. Can you pass wires through the... I wish you could pass them through those just to make it easier to visualize. Okay, and then this is our internal storage. Actually, wait, we can name things. Wait a minute. What? It never once occurred to me that this saves them to be used in another thing. That's so nice. I didn't know that was possible. That's cool. I was just naming them. I thought I was just naming the combinator. I did not realize I was doing anything more than that. That's neat. Okay, we want to keep 15 or 20 probably. Because this has a lot more storage. Actually, no, that's fine. We have the belt buffer. We're okay. And then I also want to read from the belt here. Read belts. Whole belt. Okay, now we need to pass this green signal way up to the top. Which is gonna be real annoying, it looks like. Okay, and then these can be set to set filters. Something tells me they're not working. Oh wait, no, that should be fine. It's just the belt delay is high. So yeah, we definitely should have it set to like 15. I don't know how those had like internal power. That's weird. Oh, these started running. Duh. Okay, so if I turn these off, will these disable soon? Or did I mess it up? I think I messed it up. Oh. Right. Once again, Combinator's running low on power breaks the logic. Though I don't think that's the issue, actually. This isn't outputting anything. Okay, we make that mistake a lot. We really need to have that on a blueprint. We use this combinator all the time. And we just forget about it. I could do the integer overflow way of setting it too. I don't fully understand how it works, but it does seem helpful. Okay, how much storage do we have? Oh yeah, and we'll have like double that. We should be totally fine. Okay, I feel like we should have 2 to fill the belt, and then 2 to empty the belt. That just feels right to me. So that means we need another arithmetic. We need another constant. Now this one just reads from the belt here, and then it outputs here, and then it outputs to these things. And then these ones get to set filters, and then this just empties, probably based on the opposite filter. Not entirely sure how we're gonna handle that, but it should be okay. And then I think we want ammo production somewhere over here. 2 to the 31 minus x, x being the number of things you want for something, number becomes bigger than x, value becomes negative and such, can't set filters and similar. Well, okay, I guess I guess not understand it was a bad way to phrase it. It's more like I don't understand how it's better or faster. I guess it's not faster, it just uses one less combinator. But the number is much more annoying to type. So I don't tend to use it, but it probably is about the same effort. And this is what goes on the belt, so I don't know what that ratio should be. But yeah, it is really clever. I feel like I should use it more. I like this design a lot. Also, I think we need this to be at least 2 wider if we want to fit gun turrets, which I think is fine. Okay, yeah, that actually is closer to the thickness, because the front of this guy, it's a thick boy. And then we'll also, I think, make this a little rounded. That will fit gun turrets too. Although most of our gun turrets need to be up here. Like pretty much all of them, really. Is there any way to not have them pass fuel through each other, though? I want them to all have direct access to ammo, but I don't think that's going to happen. Don't think it's happening. Okay, but at least I like the engines being over here. I've gotten used to it. It's going to be annoying to pipe it, but it should be manageable. This has so much less space than I expected when I started it, though, because we haven't put like any accumulators or solar panels on it. I guess it's because this uses a lot more space than I normally have. This should only be grabbing... Ooh. Hold on. This has too many outputs. This doesn't work. We need to make it wider if we want this to work. Or we need to cycle through the filters. That's also an option. But that seems like a worse option. Yeah, we can't put enough filters on this. I don't think. To grab everything we need from this belt. Maybe I should go with my tried and true design. It does give us a lot more space. Well, okay, it gives us this much space plus the combinator. So that gets us 4. The combinators are going to take up about this space. So it frees up this square. So that does free up, I don't know, probably 40 tiles or something. But if we want to make this work at all, we have to do it like this. Okay, and then we have to give these different filters. So one needs to be... Actually, wait, we don't need coal here, do we? We need carbon, sulfur. Wait, is there enough? There might be enough. Hold on. Calcite. No, there's not enough. Unless... we don't pass copper through here. Wait a minute, I can make this work. I can totally make this work. Carbon and iron don't have to go on this belt at all, which frees up a lot of throughput too. Okay, so if we don't put carbon on this belt, then we have sulfur, carbon, ice, and calcite. Or sorry, if we don't put copper on this belt, then we can do this for... Okay, never mind. I think that's everything it can possibly produce, right? Yeah. Okay, and then I could still make it wider, because it would be nice to get like a gun turret over here, but I think we're going to have to pass stuff out of the bottom of the silo. And then I'm thinking we do foundries off to the side, so we have a little bit more space to work with. Feel like... I feel like that worked. What's the redo button? There we go. That is the first time I've used redo in the expansion. Well, obviously in the expansion. There's no other place I could have used the redo button. Okay, I think if we do this, we can make it work. So then we go through here, this goes around, and this goes back into the silo. And then we just disable the output inserters as we need. Okay, that's not too bad. I think we can shift it maybe to put it in a slightly better spot, but overall I like that. That frees up this bottom side. So now we still have access to one more section of our silo. Now the fun part of fueling. Realistically, I should probably put fuel on one side, right? And then just send it to the other, or I could do it in the middle. I guess it really just depends on where it needs to go. Let's start with the basics. We'll do a little sushi belt down here. This could also be our ammo production, reasonably. Because ammo mostly needs to go up front, right? So if we do ammo down here, then we can also fit some ammo directly onto the silo. And then this could be like a flexible one. Oh, and then we also need, hold up, we need 2 chem plants. If we want to plan for railgun ammo, I don't think this would ever go that far out, but that would require steel and that would require cables as well. And railgun, so that would require 4 assemblers. That feels like too many. I think if in that case we just do recipe swapping. These are the wrong color. We're supposed to be using rare, I think. Actually, I'm not sure what color I'm supposed to be using. I think I was planning to do rare. Not sure about for the chem plants. You know what? This whole ship can be rare. What time is it? Okay, I still have like 45 minutes. Yeah, I just wanted to make a make a fun ship today. We should probably start rounding this off. That would give me a better idea of how much space we have to work with. So maybe something like that. That gives it a little more character, I think. The annoying thing is, how do we mirror this? Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to paste this. What if I do... see, just this, but we only copy the tiles, and then we flip it. Why is that absolute? I don't know why that was absolute, but I guess that's fine. So this would go here. Makes it symmetrical, I think. That's actually not too bad. This is such an inefficient ship. It has 2 thrusters. It's a good thing it has a lot of cargo capacity, because its speed is very... looks like it'll be very limited. I wonder, does that protect well enough? That might protect the sides well enough there. It's kind of pushing it, but I feel like it would be fine. And then this should probably get a fast inserter. This should get a fast inserter, and then we probably need a couple more. Actually, can I go over 2 of them? I think I can go over 2 of them with 1, which saves some space. Or I can just pass the rockets between them. But I don't generally like passing the rockets between if I can avoid it. So that means this can be symmetrical. Perfect. Yeah, okay. That fits the rockets nicely. And then we can do more rocket production probably here. Reasonably well. Or sorry, not rocket production, ammo. Ooh, wait. We don't have space for ammo anymore like this, so maybe I don't do it like that. Hello, Vega. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, it's much more morning for me today. But yeah, I think we need a rocket turret here somehow. Which isn't too tricky, but it is definitely something we need. Because most of this front should be gun turrets, right? We don't want that too far out. I think we just have to accept that one of these is going to output in a different direction, and I think that's okay. Like, this is actually totally fine. And that means there's plenty of space. Actually, yeah, that's great. Okay, so we have 6 rocket turrets in the front. We don't have anything in the back. These do need to be filtered. We'll copy that from Booze Cruiser. Not Booze Cruiser, sorry, Speedy Boy. Which, hopefully Speedy Boy's doing okay. I think we finally fixed him to make it that he travels much more safely. Okay, there we go. Can you blacklist? I kind of wish you could reverse them. Just be like, this whitelist stuff and this blacklist stuff. But I guess that wouldn't really work because I'm not blacklisting the large things, so it wouldn't actually simplify anything. Yeah, that wouldn't really simplify anything, would it? Okay, but overall this is fine. I think we'll need a speed module and some efficiencies in here. Yeah, let's do 3 efficiencies in each of these. And then 1 speed could work. Wait, can I fit a beacon? I might be able to fit a beacon in here, because I think in this case, a beacon would be pretty powerful, right? It's like that would give me all the efficiency I need, or all the speed I need. It feels silly, but I think this is better, right? What do I want in the beacon, though? Because this is a distribution efficiency of 1.5. We could get a tier 2 beacon. We could probably get a tier 3 beacon, actually. Because these don't consume a ton of power, right? Oh, they consume 320. This is the plan for the spaceship? Yeah, this is I'm basing it off of the Imperial Cutter. That's this thing from Elite Dangerous. But it's going to be my freighter that moves around like iron plates and... Well, not iron plates. It moves around like LBS and building materials and stuff, is the idea. I don't think this is worth it, because the beacons use a lot more power than I thought. Actually, hold on, 320 isn't that bad. But it uses it constantly, even if it's not running. So it is a pretty significant draw on power. Because this only uses the power while running. You have some plans for your spaceship? For your playthrough? It's fun making this. I like making the spaceships a lot. Okay, we won't worry about the modules yet. We'll figure that out later. For now, we'll just leave it like so. Because that doesn't really affect this section that much, other than how we attach the rocket. And I feel like that gap shouldn't be there. And then, oh, this looks a little... Okay, this isn't symmetrical because of this. I could shift this all down one, and then it's nice and symmetrical. There we go. Fast Express Freighter. Why? At first thought, I read that and I thought you wanted me to call it FNAF. And I was gonna be like, that has to be a veto. But that's much nicer. Okay, we remove all the modules from it. It's almost like they didn't design this to be like a game for making things pretty, because they don't have like very basic Photoshop features. Or the ability to mirror things, which I think is wild. Can't believe they missed out on that. Okay, but the front of this, it definitely has the shape it needs. Like in map view, I totally see it. Then I think we just need a couple more things here to round this out. And then these are more like points. Okay, that looks all right. I feel like should the back be longer? I think the back is supposed to be longer. Well, it moves freight and hopefully fast. I doubt it's gonna be fast, if I'm being honest. The wings that we have make it like half the speed and don't give me any benefit, which kind of makes it harder to make a fast ship. Maybe not half the speed, but definitely a lot slower. I guess we'll know for sure when we test it, because that is just a guess. Okay, so if I take this, then we flip it. We'll delete all of that. I lost it. I lost it. Okay, we basically are just trying to always get something to align with. That does not look right. Are we just missing some of it? Oh, I see what we're missing. We're just missing this. And that somehow makes it look a lot worse. That's true. We could do more thrusters here. Gives us a lot more options, I think. It's like if we can get thrusters here, then I think it looks nicer. Well, it looks about the same, but it's faster. Oh, that looks so good. No, I'm super happy with this so far. I could make it longer. I think I should make it longer. How much longer? I feel like the front is about the same length as this section, so probably up to here. Should be okay. Oh yeah, no, that looks awesome. No, that looks perfect. Okay, we could probably make these a little bit less blocky. Although realistically, that's just to make it a little prettier. Functionally speaking, it doesn't change much. I don't like how these aren't aligned, because like the base ship, they are kind of aligned. They might look better if I stagger them the other way though. Like I think this looks nicer. I don't know why, but this feels nicer to me. I don't know how that doesn't work. Okay. Nah, I'd say it's about the same. Nah, we'll go with the original. So we need fuel here, oxidizer here, and then for this one we need oxidizer and we need fuel. That's not too bad. Assuming we can make this jump. Ugh. Oh, that sucks. It sucks. Apparently there's nothing in the game stopping you from placing artillery in space. I guess that makes sense. If you can use a rocket in space, why not be able to use artillery? Although functionally, I can't imagine it's that useful. Actually, if you queue up enough artillery shells, no, the stacking would be awful. But yeah, I don't know how to do the pipes. I'm kind of at a loss for that. Can I make this a little smaller? I could technically put this here, right? That might be better. Because the issue is we can't pass fluid over this. We could do this as well. This is also an option. So your issue would be them targeting the circle rather than the small arc. I figured if you were doing that, you would just completely hand feel everything. Or hand aim completely. Okay, I mean, that's all right. We can do both of the fuel sources through here. Oh, that's funny. It did not, that did not work. Okay, that's not too bad. That wouldn't be the Factorio way. I don't think putting putting artillery on your entire system already feels like a bit of a stretch, so you might as well have that line not drawn, right? This has so much more capacity than any of my ships, by the way. Okay, that doesn't... Spacing-wise, that does not work. We're going to put this over here. We either need to make it a little bit shorter or a little bit taller. I think a little bit shorter works nicer. Okay, this works. There we go. Yeah, we just made it a little bit shorter. And then gun turrets, we have plenty of room for those. I hope this is symmetrical. I can't wait to finish it and realize it's not symmetrical. But I mean, I've been pretty good about keeping track of the mirroring. Is there another way I can pass this fluid through? I could do one over the top and one over the bottom, but that doesn't sound like it would be better. No, that's silly. It's totally fine as it is. Does that ruin the design if I do that? I don't think, nah, it doesn't affect the design that much. Because this makes it a lot easier. Okay, I probably have to do something like this. Okay, so this has that thruster fluid on the top, so that goes here. And then we added this. Okay, I see how that's supposed to look. Does that give me enough space to wiggle this through? It does not, so this needs to go here instead. And then this one goes up. Okay, I can live with this. No, that looks alright. No, I don't hate that. And then we have... I think these are connected properly. Yeah. Yeah, okay. And then we can do the fluids here, and we also need water for the explosives. So we need a lot of chem plates here. For example, pre 2.0 to have a base with a self-destruct, you need a few nuclear reactors as pilot explosions, so it can only set the self-destruct off. When I was playing space exploration, I was heavily considering some kind of system to like automatically destroy things I don't want. It seems so stupid, but it was such a fun idea too. Also, should I put cargo here? I feel like I should put cargo. Oh wait, we need solar panels. We need space for solar panels, so we don't need to fill everything. Speaking of solar panels, okay, so we have water. We have thruster fluid. I don't remember. I can never remember the names. Advanced and then basic. If we could take directly from the silo, that would be very convenient. Though it's not strictly necessary. Oh, but it works so well. Never mind. Wait, does it? It almost works. This one almost works. Yeah, I think we can make this work. Okay, so one of these... It doesn't matter which is which. We just need to make sure it's functional first. I could do this. Oh, wait, no, that... We can't block this. Okay, that... I think I'm okay with that. This side might have more flexibility. I'm not sure. I mean, does this need an input? Yeah, this would need an input. This is where I'm passing ammo through. So that definitely needs an input. What if I do it... What if I make it wider? If I make this wider, I think that actually fixes everything. And then we can put assembling machines kind of in the middle. Or accumulators, we have options. Okay, so now that I did that... Does that do anything? I don't think that really fixes anything. Because I still can't get this long inserter placed properly. I can move this down. Does that help me? No, it doesn't. I thought it did. It does not. This part is the chain explosions would need to be long enough for the reactors to get to operation temperature before the explosion comes around. Oh my, that's a lot of, that takes a lot of time to get them to temperature, right? Okay, how can I get, how can I fit this? Can I shift this over in any way? Not really. If this goes down, no, that doesn't help. How do we make this pretty? Wait, can this go over? I see. Well, that still doesn't work. Unless we're fine sideloading it every time it goes under. Yeah, if we shift them all down one tile, I think things look nicer. We can't really shift those, fit those down. But yeah, we don't have any way to output from the silo with this design. Which is a little bit important. Oh wait, what if I do this? Wait. Does that work? No, we still don't have a way to output from the silo. So I think either way we do it, I think we need to ship these down. What the heck? How did that happen? No, wait, how does this... I mean, is the long inserters fast? No, long inserters aren't nearly fast enough. What am I saying? That's not going to help. Does anybody else see some lines? Because I'm at a loss. If I swap them, is it easier somehow? I doubt it, but it's possible. Like, what if I do this, and then this one goes down, and like through? And then like under. No. Wow, this it's way uglier than I was hoping it would be. We could go over. What about quality long inserters? I don't think quality is going to make them 4 times faster, is it? It's close. But we need like 4. We need the ability to output like 2 or 3 stack inserters at a time. So it needs pretty high throughput. I mean, I could just do this. I think it fixes all of our problems if we just grab from the belt here. It doesn't complicate it that much. I just didn't want to have to put iron ore on the belt and calcite and stuff if I could avoid it. But it's not the end of the world. It just adds 2 extra things onto the belt. Or 3 extra things onto the belt. If only quality long inserters were longer handed. Although because that doesn't fix the problem. If I move them out, does it work? Okay, this is the farthest out it can go. I don't see how that would help, because this one can't go out. Well... No, that one just straight up can't go out. I could possibly shift this over and just accept that we have to make this look like that instead. I don't know, that just feels like it looks bad to me. And this is definitely a ship where looks matter more than anything. Which is kind of complicating it a lot, unsurprisingly. Okay, what if I go down? Well, then we don't have water. That kind of is important, huh? Okay. Does this work? This might work. No, that's the same problem. Can I lower this somehow? Wait. What if I do this? Then we go through the middle. And then we still can't make this. We can't clear this gap though. Which is a problem. There's not enough space. Unless it's down here. Then we can clear the gap. This needs to be an underground. Okay, I think that works. So that passes the fluid through a different section. So that way it's non-blocking. And then things look... I don't know if they look better. It's more just that they work. Okay, so this one is supposed to be oxidizer. That honestly, that does connect properly. This does work. Can't say it's necessarily better than the other design. That's more symmetrical, at least. So that counts for something. And then water production. I might be able to do water production, like, in here. Technically, I could do water like this. That's not inherently a problem. Filter out to ice. Because this doesn't need high throughput. This stuff is low throughput. The reason we need high throughput is because we're going to have assembling machines on this lane as well. Which use a lot of iron. But yeah, I think we can live with this. I do like the look overall. Okay, now we need explosives and sulfur production. So we need decarbonization and we need explosives. I know that's not what it's called, but it seemed like a good name for it. Okay, that produces everything it needs. What's the ratio? This could technically supply 2 of them if we need. And then we get quality 3 of these. That seems like a decent amount of beeping. They're probably still trying to cut some corners, though. I wonder if I can shift water production up. Probably not worth it, though. We can just put like a solar panel there, I guess. It's not the end of the world. Okay, and then this actually needs bulk inserters going in. And then same with rockets. Okay, rockets. Regular ammo. I could do piercing rounds. I don't know if that would be helpful, but I could do it. I think I might actually... Wait, how do I output onto the side? Would that be worth it? That doesn't output on... Well, okay, that technically is side balanced to some degree, right? No, it's not. It's not side balanced. I want the ability to flip, to put stuff on both sides of the belt. Also, I'm going to add more solar panels. Because the slow action is really hard to test things. But yeah, I want to output on the outer side. So that way it has a higher max throughput and we can fill the belt more. Unfortunately, we have this pipe going through. Oh, wait. This pipe can be moved to be here. And now this one outputs onto the other side. I think that fixes it. Yeah, that should be totally fine. Okay, so we need rocket assemblers. Explosives. So this can just keep explosives on the belt, I think. I don't think we need to buffer explosives or coal. So if we don't need to buffer explosives or coal, that simplifies it. So this just reads from belt. This just reads from belt. Hold all. Ammo can also read from belt, actually. All of these can read from the same belt. And we just want to keep explosives to... Actually, should I just direct feed? It might be worth it to just direct feed all of these. That's not how I do it, though. This would all need to shift down one. Yeah, I could do it like this. That means I have to put less on the belt. It's a little less space efficient, but it does eliminate me having to use some buffers, which is good. I do like that part. And then it doesn't matter what side of the belt this inputs on anymore. Okay, so this I don't like changing the inputs. I like changing the outputs because I like having the internal buffer. Okay, so these don't actually need that. None of these need any of that. So now it's just these things. Okay. This, if ammo is less than 50, probably, and then rockets less than 50 should be sufficient. Okay. We need tier 3 assemblers still. Do I have tier 2 at least that I can use? I'll try sending up some tier 2, see if that works. We might have those. Why do we have so much in this network? Okay, and then we can do either more thrusters down here, or we could do a couple accumulators. I think this is a pretty heavy ship, so I think we probably need the thrusters on the back, which is unfortunate. We'll maybe think about it and add it next time, because I do like not having the thrusters. Also, will this work? Oh wait, this is so much more. This is so much more compact. There we go. No, I like that a lot. Okay, and then this also keeps ammo, so we can do like one rocket turret down here, and then yeah, we could do a rocket turret and then a gun turret down here as well. Though I'm not entirely sure how I will make that work. Probably with just like an ammo belt. Okay, but those look good. That produces everything that needs. This needs to read from the belt, and it makes it negative, which is definitely manageable. Just a little bit harder to do in the space than I thought. Then we copy the combinator. We don't really have one we can copy here. Okay, read from belts, make negative. I like having the read from belts in these to be blue or red, not blue. And then we don't need to read from the silo, and then this outputs these two. And then we set filters. Okay, this sets filters based on what we're requesting, which in this case will be iron and carbon and sulfur, I believe, is all we need. And I don't know the ratio, but if I had to guess, we need more iron than anything. But I think we can just make all of these 100 and we should be good. Or we can make one of them too. We can definitely keep double. I think we should keep double the plates. Or quadruple the plates, honestly. Because I think this has a... Let's see. This is about 15 tiles tall, I think. So that has a capacity of 120. 120. And then there. That's only like 200. Or, yeah, it's only 200 spare minus whatever we need for the ammo. That's pushing it a little bit. Okay, that should work better. It will fill the belt with iron ore and stuff. These are not working for some reason. I don't know why, but these aren't functional. Oh, calcite is less than 50. So these should be activated. Oh, I see. There we go. Those are not passing through. Awesome. This is no longer necessary. In fact, we'll just get rid of it. We're not supposed to be passing ore through there. Should I read from this belt? I feel like I should read from this belt. No, that would be confusing. No, we shouldn't read from the belt. But yeah, this is having throughput issues, but I think that's just because it output a ton of ice at once. I think on average it will be a lot nicer. I could lower the output speed of the less important ones. Reduce the stack size or something. I think at a steady state it'll be okay. Yeah, it doesn't feel like I'm losing a ton of production right now. I mean, we only have one running. I'm not used to using the belt as the buffer here. This is a very high high throughput for some reason. I feel like it's more high throughput than it should be. I wonder if I just don't have enough inputting into this. Oh wait, I think it's running at partial speed. That's probably the issue. We didn't have enough to run our base, which makes sense because these don't have efficiency modules in them yet, which is very expensive to run these without them. Yeah, that should help. These were consuming like 15 megawatts, which is basically starving the entire base. Okay, so we've confirmed this works nicely. This should get ice, right? Is something outputting ice that shouldn't be? Oh. Oh, wait, hold up. Okay. So that's why it wasn't getting iron. I think we just don't have, oh, we just don't have any. But we should be getting reprocessing, right? Oh, wait, what are they not reading from? Okay, so this should be outputting reprocessing. Wait. I see. I see what happened. Yep. Okay. I think what I could do it's a weird way to do it. I could do a reprocessing signal is greater than 1. And then do that for this too, instead of set filters. And then this one can be reprocessing greater than carbon. And then this can be reprocessing for iron. Then we remove the set filters for all of these. Okay. I think that works better. Yeah, I was meaning to disable the crushers, not these. So that's a little bit of a problem. Okay, I think this can keep more on the belt. That's probably fine. Nah, it should be okay. Yeah, okay. This is fine. This probably is requesting too much sulfur. I might make this like 25. Make a little bit smaller. We are missing water. That's just because it's not connected. That makes sense. I feel like we have too much water consumption here to run everything here full speed. Actually, not significantly. If we can put like 1 speed in these, plus some efficiency modules, I think we'll be good. Okay, now for this one, we need to make sure all of these are disabled. And if they're grabbing directly from the silo, we use red. Okay, and then inside the silo, we just want to keep probably 100 plates, 200 plates. Should be good. And then same with steel. Actually, let's do 150 because there's belt delay. And we can do the same with copper and the same with steel, and then everything looks nicer. Okay, this is looking pretty good so far. I don't know why we don't have rocket turrets. I guess we'll get those whenever we stop by Gleba. Because this is designed to go pick up rocket turrets and everything and basically pass things where they need to go. But this is working. I feel like we definitely need more speed here. Yeah, this is like half the speed of our much smaller ship in terms of this kind of processing. Fuel seems to be good. We do not have a buffer. I think we need some tanks for all the fuel. And then this one can go over here, I guess? I think that's fine. Because if we want to read signals, we definitely need tanks. That simplifies it a lot. We could probably read from these, actually. Wait, hold up. I could read from these as the tank. That should be fine. I think a water tank is good, but fuel tank we don't necessarily need. Also, what time is it? Okay. I probably won't fully finish the ship today. But this is supposed to be a short stream. I just didn't want to completely miss it. But we're doing Gleba tomorrow. Not Gleba, sorry. We're doing basically Gleba tomorrow. We're doing our meme run Monday, which will be everything spoils. And I'm going to be honest, it's hard. It's very difficult. But it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be initially, but it's definitely on the rough side. I think I want to scrap some of these. Let's see. Cargo bay. Level 2. And then same here. Cargo bay level 2. Okay. We're just going to tell it to scrap those, because I want to try and get some more blue. Realistically, I should just scrap all of these. Although that's going to clog it a little bit. Okay, that's fine. They're going to just kind of stay there. And then we want this to be greater than green. And then we can set this to be less than blue. Okay, now we're gonna start scrapping the green. Because we were LDS limited, so I didn't want these running all the time, but it should be fine now. I wish these had better quality modules in them. Do we have enough yet? We do produce quality modules. Quality, okay, rares are still worse than quality 2s. I think you need legendary for them to be better than the tier above it. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay. Let's see. What can we finish up on? Fast express freighter. I really hope he's fast, but I don't think he's going to be. What? Okay. What's the verdict on this thing? Should I? I feel like I should. But I'm going to do this blueprint in case I change my mind. Because I like it being pointy, but I also don't want it to be incredibly slow. Which is a bit of a dilemma. Okay, and then this fueling for this should be relatively easy. Okay, that goes here. Well, I say relatively easy. I'm wrong. But it is what I said. Okay. Because the thruster that it needs, or the oxidizer's over here, which connects here and here. And then the fueling stuff passes. See, this is the stuff that doesn't really have a way out, which is rough. So we would have to steal it from here, which uses up a lot more space than I would have liked, admittedly. I think if we shift this over, I don't know, we might be able to simplify this. Let's see, what's this belt? This is the oxidizer. So this can actually just connect there. And then this one is the non-oxidizer stuff. Okay. I think we can go over, and then up, and then over. A little bit messy, but it does the job. Yeah, that works okay. And then we can go here. Can I make this farther? We want that to go as far as it can. Okay, so I think that technically connects, right? We're missing some undergrounds, but that goes through, then it goes down, and it also goes here. Yeah, that's fine. It's less pointy, but it still looks good in map view. So that gives us a lot more thrust. And then I think at constant speed, as long as we're producing on demand... Oh, wait, what? This is supposed to be a water tank. Oh, we accidentally connected it here and we swapped these over. But as long as we're producing on demand, I think that'll limit our thrust. Though I don't know if we really want to be producing on demand. See, these consume a decent amount. But yeah, our thrust should be alright. I could test real quick to see how fast it goes. And then we'll keep that as our title because I don't want to forget. That's actually for first Tuesday. Okay, so I'm just going to go to Gleba real quick. See how fast it goes. I mean, it is a lot faster than our other ships. I will say that. It can't run continuously, but it has a lot more storage and is faster. Well, okay, speed-wise, it's slowing down a lot. It's slowing down a lot as it runs out of fuel. But it does get really fuel efficient now, so... Okay, it's not producing anything. We don't get enough ice, which means our ice production just isn't working. Or we just don't have enough collectors. Yeah, these are disabled for some reason. Oh my gosh, that's why. That's why nothing's running. We shifted this up, but we didn't reconnect the wires through. Okay, so it's just gonna slowly drift back. That's fine. Okay, but we can finish this up. We'll finish this up Tuesday. Or actually, we'll probably finish up after the meme run tomorrow. Because I can only do about 2 hours of a mechanically difficult speed run, or meme run. So we'll start with Gleba tomorrow, or sorry, Rotten World, where everything decays and everything takes damage. And then we will switch over to finishing up our ship, and we can probably get science on this planet. It doesn't seem that difficult, actually. The freighter is most of what we are limited by in terms of getting science up and running here. I really hope our freighter can make the trip to a kilo. That seems important, but I mean, worst case scenario, we just start upgrading some things to legendary and then it works, or epic, and maybe get better modules. I'm actually going to add that to the title. Better speed efficiency in freighter. There we go. Sorry it was a weird early stream today, but I really wanted to make the ship because I was brainstorming ship designs last night, and I'm super pleased with it so far. I'm actually going to take a screenshot of it because I am happy with the design overall. Let's see, where is he? Is not where I want him to be on the list. There we go. Yeah, we need to capture this. But that's it for me today. Hope you all have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.